Josh, you're working with Knesset members to strengthen relations with parliamentarians in other countries around the world. Tell me briefly, what do MKs here not understand about how other parliaments work? How do MKs need to change their approach post October 7th? And also, what specific steps can other parliaments around the world take to improve Israel's strategic position?
I'm not talking about you, even though you're a member of the Knesset Christian Allies Caucus. So first of all, what people need to understand is that we'll never win in an international organization because the majority of countries in the world are dictators and tyrants. They're run by dictators and tyrants. They're not democracies. So we'll always lose at the UN. We'll always lose in the international court, and we'll always lose the IMF. So the strategy that we do is that we started caucuses within parliaments. So within parliaments, we have an advantage. We have 53 Israel Allies caucuses. These are groups of members of parliament who say, I like Israel, I want to do something for Israel, and I need to get something done for Israel because it's an issue of faith for me. So there are no Palestinian Allies caucuses in any of these parliaments. There's no Arab Allies caucuses. There's only Israel Allies caucuses. So where we need to focus our attention is in the individual countries themselves. And we need to go after the good countries, not the ones, we can't worry about what Russia is going to say about this because Russia's not on our side. We can't worry what North Korea says or, Qatar. And we should also call out the bad actors. And so one of the things that we've done is we've done it through what we call faith-based diplomacy because the real superpower of Israel is our faith. It's Hashem. We don't win the wars because Jews are good athletes. We win the wars because Hashem is with us, and when we fight, he comes into battle with us. So we need to understand on the international community the same thing applies. We'll never win the political argument. There's one Jewish vote in the United Nations compared to 22 Muslim votes or Arab votes, many more Muslim votes. Economically, we're not going to win. We don't have the oil money of our neighbors. So we have to appeal to something that people care about. And that's their faith. And so there are millions of Christians who have their elected officials in parliaments who are people of faith. And just like I wouldn't eat a pork sandwich for $10 million because I'm Jewish and I believe that that's wrong, they wouldn't go against Israel because they believe that's wrong. And so our attention needs to be focused on those individuals that we know who they are and then develop that relationship. And it has to be done at the Knesset level. It has to be colleague to colleague. And the truth is the foreign ministry should be more involved in this. And I'm happy to say that for the first time, we had a foreign minister, Eli Cohen, who worked in faith-based diplomacy. And what did we see? 7 countries in 9 months said they're moving their embassies to Jerusalem. Boom. If we just change the perception from, okay, what's the political advantage, what's the economic advantage, to who are our friends and how can we mobilize that, we'll win. And guess what? It's happening in Europe. Italy, Sweden, Holland, all went to the right, all led by Christians. It's going to happen in the EU elections coming up. And so we just need to go with that wave and show what we believe is what they believe, and we need to work together.